Hi, I'm Don Bodin from SampleLibraryReview.com. We're at NAMM 2016. I had a chance to sit down and speak with Simone Coen, who heads up Chocolate Audio. He just released the Black Album Drums for Contact and BFD. What's your favorite Chocolate Audio library that you've got to work on?
Well, I think it's really the last one. And I gotta admit, it's usually the last one that is my favorite, because it's like an ongoing process of, trying to get better, even if it's like an incremental thing rather than disruptive. I think, every time I kind of review my things, it's just the last one is usually really shines. Apart from that, probably the first one. The Imperial drums library still have a really special place in my heart.
Now, you've worked on a lot of libraries. What have you found to be the most challenging library that you've worked on?
I think that the most challenging sound design work I did was for Guitar Pro, and which means like 30 guitars and 10 basses and pianos and drums and everything. Everything in there, pretty much everything in there is made by us. So that was really a task, because we had to manage the quality level, the amount of samples that we recorded. We're talking about probably 5 to 6 terabytes of stuff. And to edit all of the stuff, to make sure that everything was fitting together and, with the same kind of quality level. That's really a thing. Doing a sample library, just one sound, it's challenging, but, getting a collection of sounds, like very cohesive, coherent sounds. Mm-hmm. So definitely that's the kind of product that the kind of job that I'm really kind of proud of in that regard.
When you're looking to do a new library, how do you find inspiration?
Mainly I find the inspiration in the music I'm listening to.
Okay.
So there's something really strange that happened in my life. As soon as I started doing this as a job, as my main job, I didn't stop producing, because that will take me too much further away from the real world. I don't want to be only a sound designer, because I think that you really need to stick with the. You gotta have to be a client of your own self. You know what I mean? So I want to know what I would like to have in the present day, not when the last time I did produce something. So my inspiration comes definitely from the music I'm listening to and from the music I kind of produce.
As a musician, and I know you produce music as well, are there any other developers, sample libraries or software instruments that you use or that you find extremely helpful?
Oh yeah, sure. I personally like a lot Omnisphere. I've been using, in the last year I've been mainly mixing a lot of episodes for a cartoon. That we managed to kind of really learn through all of this sample, because this composer had a really wide-ranging kind of setup in terms of sound, especially orchestral sounds, but not only orchestral. And what I found out, for example, is that there were some orchestral samples that really fit very easily with everything else, whereas there were orchestral sounds that on their own they sounded fantastic, but as soon as we tried to layer them with anything else, they kind of sounded fake or stuff like that. So Cine Samples, for example, I think they're doing a great job with that kind of direction, in my opinion. Every time I use their samples for mixing, it's a piece of cake. Since we kind of specialize in drums, I think that the best drum sounds out there, apart from ours, are probably some of the tune truck things out there. Not all, definitely, but some of them I think they're very good. It's a matter of taste, of course.
Now, you may not be able to give us too many details, but can you hint a little bit, like what is the future looking like for Chocolate Audio?
Well, we're kind of focused on drums right now. We'll do an update to the piano engine. We're looking to work still on the bass, talking about more sounds, but also a lot of different features for the bass engine in Contact. Lots of drums, and we are kind of looking in the direction of guitar. Can't tell you much more.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks to you, really.